Greetings YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about the Kershaw Injection 3.0. I just noticed that box blends almost completely into my bench. The knife came with a catalog and apparently was inspected by QC002. So QC002 out there, thank you, did an excellent job. We have Injection 3.0, model number 3820. Now, I believe this comes in a 3.5, and I'm not positive, but possibly a 4-inch model, so that would be 3.5 and 4.0 for their model designations. I'm not positive. I know it comes in a 3.5. So here you have the design, G10 scales. It's got a nice overall shape. These have very little texture on them, but because they have these machined slots in them, which first of all look nice, but they also afford you a little grip, so the combination is nice, and it doesn't drag on your pocket at all, so I kind of like that design. It is tip up only, but right or left. So lefties have not been abandoned on this design, which is I definitely and heartily approve of. It is double thumb stud. I haven't had to make any adjustments on this, which is a good thing, because I don't have any tools that will rotate that pin. It looks nice, but I don't like pins that I cannot adjust. That kind of annoys me. The pocket clip is alright. It's centered in the middle, so it doesn't sit as well, say, as the Kershaw Ripple, which is off-centered, which sits a little nicer in your pocket. But it looks good. So, I mean, as far as the centering goes, I think that's a nice feature. Unfortunately, that lip right there is just not quite big enough. I would have appreciated it if it had come out like another millimeter, maybe 2 millimeters, because I find that particularly on a pocket that has a thick edge like my fatigues, I can't put this in my pocket. It won't slide over the pocket. It's not enough ramp. So that's kind of annoying. It really needs a pocket which is relatively thin for it to work on. It works okay on my jeans, which I wear at work every day, so that's all right. Semi-open construction, and what's interesting here is that these hold on the slabs, but you can't see whatever holds the pin in place. But this filler in here, which is machined here, by the way, I don't know if you can see that. See the shape of that? Nice touch, really nice touch. But because this filler is here, it allows you to use that little pillar as a lanyard. Now, I don't think you're going to get any paracord through there. Maybe a piece that's been emptied. And I don't actually think you need a lanyard on this particular knife. But if you like a lanyard, I thought that was a really nice feature. It's interesting. Fit, finish, and overall is excellent on this. Now, this is again, a manual, not assisted. So that was just the resistance of the little detent on the blade from the liner lock and my flipping the blade open. But again, nice, fast opening. This is just a beautiful action. Came out of the box with a shaving sharp edge. Really nice. A little Kershaw logo on that side. And then we have, is it Rexford designed 3820 KAI. And then China 8CR 13 MOV steel. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. Now, I have to tell you something. I've been carrying this for a couple of weeks now, and I have absolutely fallen in love with the shape of this knife. I've been carrying it, I've been looking at it, and I find myself pulling it out of the pocket while I'm at work and just looking at it because I find it attractive. I find it a really beautiful design. Oh, it is, by the way, it is in a liner lock. No jimping on the liner. Nice lock up. Solid, no play. And because it has no jimping, it gives no aggression on your finger at all when you're closing it. But back to its appearance. See the lines here? That's one sweeping curve right there. Then you have a second sweeping curve down to here, and then a third there. With the exception of this here, this is essentially 3 lines. This reminds me of a Japanese painting, where you have the minimum number of lines to achieve the effect that you're going for. It also, in overall shape and feel, it makes me think a lot of the Schrade Sharp Finger. You hold it like this, and it just wants to cut, and it's very comfortable. This is just deep enough that's a very comfortable. You feel safe. For me, this is a full 4-finger grip. I have not particularly large hands, and I find a 3-inch knife to be just about the perfect size. It was only $28 for this off of Amazon, and it's the knife I've been carrying solid for 2 weeks now. I really like this design. I find it inordinately attractive. I'm tempted to buy the other sizes of it just to have them in my collection, though I will probably never want to carry them, just because it is so attractive. Oh, and the thumb studs have some little fluting at the end, which I thought was kind of nice, though I'm not really using the fluting because I'm not really opening it this way. I'm flicking it open with my thumb. But it's still, that little, it's an asymmetrical fluting, which I thought was kind of a nice touch. It gives it a little class. And these are not sticking out too far. They're just a little bit proud of the points are a little bit proud of the scales. I would prefer if it had been, say, a millimeter shorter, because I really think that no thumb stud should be wider than the scales themselves. But that's just a personal. Oops. Again, don't hit your tripod. But beautiful design, rock bottom price, 28 bucks. I mean, how can you lose on this knife? It looks good. It has a nice action, fit, finish, and polish everywhere. The whole thing on this just feels nice. It has a little bit of solidity to it. It's not too heavy, but it feels good in your hand. One thing I did notice that I happen to really like is that when it sits in your pocket, now I have this in my pocket, I'm a right-handed person, your hand slides here. The edge of your hand slides like that when you're going in and out of your pocket. Because of this overall shape and smoothness, it's very easy in and out of the pocket. You don't have any aggressive surfaces rubbing against the side of your hand when you're going in and out of your pocket. And that may be a small thing, but it's something that I really appreciate. So, if you like a decent design, if you like the lines on this, you like a good action, again, it's a manual opener. I definitely recommend the Kershaw Injection 3.0. I'm a major Kershaw fan. You can look at the number of reviews I've done, but I really feel that they went over and above what they needed to for this knife. It is just excellent quality, and I'm really happy to have this in my collection.